Hey everybody, welcome to life after the Whole30. First of all, congratulations. It is a huge accomplishment. I know, some of the friends that were following this with me and wanted to participate claimed that they didn't really have any cravings and this was easy for them. Others like myself, the first time I did it, I struggled through the first week with headaches, being tired. Whatever the case may be, however the Whole30 was for you, I think it's huge that you've gotten to this point. Kudos to you. It just shows that you've got discipline, willpower, and you're motivated to change the way you eat. So for all of those who kind of critique this as a fad diet, this isn't, to me, I hate the word diet. I really do hate the word diet. I know that people use it in general as, a term for what it is that you eat, but I think most of us use diet with a derogatory connotation, thinking that we're restricting ourselves from certain things that we love. But this, to me, is not a fad diet at all. This is setting you up for success for the rest of your life. And that sounds cliche, that sounds far-fetched. I know it to be true for our family, and I think it can be true for anyone out there who does this. Because really, again, the whole point of the Whole30 was to kind of reset your body. It's not to keep you from eating rice ever again in your life or eating a piece of pizza. It's just trying to show you that when you reintroduce these things back into your diet, how does it make you feel individually? How does it make you internally feel? How does it make you externally feel? Are you breaking out? Are you tired? Are you, do you get gas? Whatever it is, it's a personal thing. Nobody can tell you how food's going to affect you. So that's the point of this, is to start reintroducing these things and then figure out what is best suited for you. And for myself, I think I told you already in the beginning, gluten is no good for me. And I actually found that out through my daughter who has celiac. And when we decided, it's just easier for us all to go gluten-free. It was pretty miraculous, some of the changes I saw in myself. So I already knew that going into the Whole30. But again, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes there's times where I really want to try that donut. And I know exactly how it's gonna make me feel. And I know exactly what it's gonna do to my body. But those are consequences that I'm willing to take for that day. Now, do I binge on a dozen donuts? No. So that's the point. You introduce these things back in, you figure out what feels good, what doesn't, what gives you a reaction, what doesn't, and then, live your life. Don't be so strict or so hard on yourself where if you slip up and you have, a day where you're kind of going crazy and you eat a whole pizza. Here's the thing, you can always do another Whole30. You can always reset your system. You can always, go back to that as your foundation for 3 days a week, another month, another 60 days, whatever it is to get you to the point where you need to be. But at least you will now start to realize how food is affecting you. So with that being said, a lot of people are concerned with the reintroduction. How do I do it? What's the right way? What do I reintroduce first? How much is too much? How much is too little? So let's talk about that. There's no right way to do it as far as how you introduce what in a row, if that makes sense. So in other words, if you want to introduce grains, you have been dying for some pasta, or you want some pizza and you want to introduce grains back in first, go for it. So a day in the life of reintroducing grains might look like you have some oatmeal for breakfast, and for lunch you have maybe some brown rice with some chicken, and for dinner you might have pasta. So there you go. You've got 3 different times throughout the day that you've introduced grains. Now, give that at least 24 hours. Now, with a lot of people, I think you'll notice, with me, it takes me about an hour for that gluten to get through my system and start working its magic. What, honey? I'm trying to do a video. She's playing on the floor. This might not last. Time out. Let me go get my baby. What's the matter? What's the matter? do you want to be in the video? Mwah. Hi. Hi. All right. Okay, Shiloh's making her debut on my YouTube channel. Say hi. Hi. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? So for me, it takes me about an hour to figure out if something's not sitting right in my stomach. But for some people, it's going to take a little longer. That's why Melissa and Dallas, they tell you that 24 hours is pretty sufficient. Now, the only time they tell you to give it a little bit longer than that would be with dairy. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure the science behind that. I guess dairy, first of all, it's in so many different things, and maybe certain things affect us different ways. Like you eat a block of cheese, that's going to be a little bit different than eating ice cream because there's sugar involved there. So they say give that 48 hours if you can, 2 full days once you introduce dairy, to kind of see how that affects you. So you don't want to double up as much as you possibly can, because again, if you go from 0 to 60 and you're eating everything in sight, you're not going to know. That's common sense, right, guys? You're not going to know what is affecting you in what way. So if you want to make this work for you, if you really want to make the Whole30 work in the sense that it was established, it is to reintroduce things slowly, one at a time, so that you can figure those things out. If you've done this for 30 days and it has not been easy, as in my case, you want to make that all worth it, right? So don't go to a buffet the day after your Whole30 and eat everything in sight, because not only are you going to feel like shit, because you will feel like shit, but you're going to, I shouldn't curse on this, you're going to feel like poop, okay? Because you are just putting all of that stuff back into your system at once, it's going to go on overload, and you are going to have no idea, was it the sugar, or was it the gluten, the wheat, or was it the beans, or was it the dairy? You don't know. You don't know. So that was a waste of 30 days. And so if you really want to do it right, you'd have to do a whole other 30 and then reintroduce things. My point is, don't waste this opportunity. You've come this far. Take a week to slowly reintroduce this stuff and figure it out. I hope that answers some questions. Hopefully you guys aren't terrified and scared to, putting things back into your diet to kind of figure out what works and what. You're drooling all over me. That's disgusting. But if you have any questions or concerns, put it in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer anything. I know Melissa's got a ton of videos that are also helpful about reintroducing things, but just for everybody who's been doing this with me, I wanted to put this out there for you guys, and hopefully this will help you. So make it worth it. Don't binge. Reintroduce things slowly. Give it 24 hours for each thing, and when you find that something you're good with, it's not causing you any issues, it's not causing you any problems, continue to eat that as you start to introduce other things in. So good luck. Fantastic that you're on this journey and that you're looking to make a lifestyle change. Check back in with me, subscribe, give a thumbs up if you like this, because I will be continuing to put up videos that will help you along this lifestyle change. A lot of my stuff happens to be gluten-free. That's just how we eat, but that does not mean that it is going to be lacking in flavor and deliciousness. It's simple, it's to the point. I know a lot of people don't have time these days. The kids and all the extracurricular activities, work, whatever it is you've got going on, I'm going to make it simple, I'm going to make it easy, and I'm going to make it taste good. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Say bye. Bye-bye.